Hi, my name's Sydney Areola, and for my presentation, I'm going to talk about the family stress model. And for my presentation, I'm just going to give like a skit or a storyline just to help remember it. I feel like it's pretty generic. A lot of people could relate, perhaps, or have been in that situation before. So it starts with economic hardships, and for economic hardships, it would be like low income or a change in financial situation. So for this storyline, I chose that family, both the parents worked. The mom worked in a restaurant part time, and then she stayed home with their one kid and was otherwise a stay at home mom while going to school. And the husband was the full time worker, the breadwinner for the family. And I was also thinking about like during the COVID times. So, like, the COVID caused the mom not to be able to work as much, and because the restaurant she worked at closed, and so their income was cut down from two different incomes down to one, and they were used to being able to spend and do whatever they wanted, go wherever they wanted, and not have to worry about any financial burdens, while staying on top of their bills and other obligations. And then it moves into economic pressure, which would be unmet material needs. So I said that they began using like credit cards to buy groceries or pay for day-to-day needs, gas, things like that, while trying to save their money that they did have, like the cash for bills. And so they began to rack up more credit card debt. This was also like unpaid debts and like difficult cutbacks. Cutbacks was another thing that they talked about for the economic pressure. And so I stated that they're used to be able to go out with their friends or go out to eat whenever they wanted, go do fun activities as a family. And this began to change due to COVID and financial restrictions. And then the hardship and economic pressure move into the parents' psychological distress. So this was the mom began to feel isolated and hopeless. She stayed at home a lot with her son and felt like she had to take on more responsibility due to the husband working more, trying to make up for the difference in financial situation. So that would be like the husband started to work more, so wasn't home as much to help with day-to-day stuff around the house. And the mom was there trying to do homework plus do other things to make sure the family stayed afloat and the home system worked well. So she began to get depressed about it. And then from the parent's psychological distress is how it moves into the interparental relationship problems as well as the disrupted parenting. So this would be like the parents begin to argue more because the mom feels like she's taking on more responsibility than the dad, and the dad feels like he's working harder. So when he gets home, he doesn't want to do as much. He feels like he just wants to rest and eat dinner and then do what he likes to do. And then also this would be like arguing between the parents and not agreeing on things. The husband could begin to drink alcohol more, perhaps use drugs to try and fill that void from what was missing. And then both the parents could begin to be like short-tempered with the child and like fighting in front of him. And so he sees those kind of disruptions in the family system. And then from the disrupted parenting, it moves into the child and adolescent maladjustment. So this would be like the child begins to act out, becomes more emotional, those types of things. And then that could like begin to cause them to, when there's like a serious conversation going on, they think that the parents are just fighting, and so they try and interject or act out at those times just to get their attention, to try and get them to stop fighting. Also, like at school, they could begin to have problems in the classroom. If they feel like they're not getting enough attention at the home, then they could be seeking that attention at school, which could be negative attention. And so that's the family stress model, just as a little rundown, and that helped me remember the different parts of it. And yeah, thank you.